Had a lot of people telling me I was wrong about Jordan Peterson when I dropped a takedown of his claim that men are not the dominant sex. Well, you were right about one thing. It wasn't accurate of me to say he's made an entire career out of explaining how and why men are naturally dominant. I should have said he's made an entire career out of advocating for the systemic predominance of the masculine structures, principles, priorities. Remember, he relies on the traditional patriarchal symbolic association of the feminine with chaos. Peterson says in the Helen Lewis interview that we probably conceive of order as masculine because our primary social hierarchy structures are masculine. But then he equivocates about whether or not that's patriarchy. Lewis doesn't ask him what he means by masculine here either. Male-generated, male-oriented, male-dominated, all of the above? My video was a reaction to a TikTok that used a clip from the interview to say Peterson silenced a feminist. I took Peterson's argument in that clip apart to show that he wasn't proving his point, just derailing her question. She didn't get an answer on whether he thought our primary social hierarchy structures being masculine constitutes patriarchy. He dissembled by suggesting that because men suffer and struggle in certain ways, they can't be the dominant sex, which is nonsense. I wish Helen Lewis had stuck with our primary social hierarchy structures because that's the problem. In 100 millennia of human culture, we've had patriarchy for maybe the last 10, and it wasn't widespread for at least half of that. It still isn't universal. Around the world, lots of small clans and tribes are matriarchal, matrilineal, or matrilocal. But for us within the large civilizations that between them built the global economy, patriarchy can seem like the only way there ever could be. Lots of us believe men are in charge by nature. But they're not. They're in charge because about 10,000 years ago, they started building new hierarchical social structures and enforcing them through violence and exploitation. And it's crucial now that traditional imperial patriarchy continues to cede power to more egalitarian and diverse social structures. That's the logical conclusion of the Enlightenment, and the only way the human race is going to make a sufficiently rapid transition to ecological, economic, and social sustainability. A new social contract. But Jordan won't have a bar of that. He thinks it's degenerate. I think that's misogyny, and I got hard on his case because I think his consistent reinforcement of this old school devaluation of the feminine does a lot of harm. And yes, I've been doing my research and I understand he also does significant good by offering angry young men a path away from the alt-right. So credit where it's due. But we got to talk about the harm.